on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
Go look at the Family Matters video. I'm in the cast. I'm a fan favorite, right?
Hell no. All right, guys, give it up for Brent Fam, everybody. All right, Brent, what the hell you doing with that mic, man?
The mic?
Oh, you're fine. That look at Brent, man. Look at him, guys. He's centered. His background noise is not like crazy. Look at Brent Fam. How are you, man? You smiling? People are calling you traitors in the chat.
Traitors? Oh, because I go on platforms that are different. I'm not someone who is loyal to one particular channel. I go on many different channels, as some people have noticed. And I don't do it because I'm following someone. I'm doing it because either people request it or it shows up on YouTube. So
okay, all right. So what do you think about this whole Austin St. John David Yost lying situation per se?
Oh my God. I don't believe a word David Yost, anything that comes out of his mouth. He's a liar, entitled diva, and a jerk. No, I don't. He has shown repeatedly that he's lied, even just from personal experience. So I don't take a word that he says. If there's two people arguing, David takes one side and another person takes the other side. By default, before I look at the evidence, I'm gonna side with the other person because David is a jerk. He's trash.
I thought we were facts over feelings, though, right?
Well, if you
just said you're not looking at any evidence, that doesn't
right
seem
before
like facts over
like
feelings.
if I'm not have access to the evidence and have to go by pure instinct or by gut, by feelings, that is what's gonna. Now you have to look at the other side, like what's presented, and neither of them have presented evidence of what really happened. So you just have to go by what you believe.
Okay.
And so you know,
no one has presented evidence. What about the notion that JDF said he was never part of any strike?
That's what he said. Yeah, I remember he said in an interview.
Multiple interviews.
He wasn't part of any strike because because it didn't happen. But did he agree to stick as a unit? That's the right question that should be asked, because he wasn't part of any strike. That's very true, because he wasn't. That's a fact.
Well,
but
David Yost said there was never agreement to be a unit.
Right, and he's lied about a lot of stuff. So
if here we go. If David Yost never asked you to delete that footage, do you find David Yost to be more credible than Austin St. John and Walter Jones?
Now that if that didn't happen, you just have to. I would say, based off of it's a tough call.
Because
to be honest,
he said they lied instantly. There was no like, oh, I need to see it. He knew about the video, and he knew what they said in the first couple seconds, and he said they lied without you even showing it to him. And he not only did he say that they lied, he said it was a big lie, and that there was never an
that
agreement
video.
to
What I played was everybody agreed. And I do suspect that he did watch the video, because he used the words that we never agreed to stick together. I think he watched the Fanware video before, because Austin used those same words and David used those same words. So I think David's lying again. So many lies on like this. We don't know what happened. Neither of us were there, but I'm just speaking from my personal experience with David. and he's lied constantly, like saying that I'm a liar, all this kind of stuff, and it's just ridiculous. He's trash. Oh my god.
So this is where you go to show him.
Yes.
Oh no, I
Every
don't watch
week.
that.
Oh, I don't want to watch
I
it
don't.
because he's already seen this.
Oh, they did.
At the beginning of it.
Oh, so you guys never agreed to?
So you were like, oh, they did. You were like you were believing him though.
Not necessarily.
We never agreed to that. I don't know.
Oh, they did. Oh, did they? I mean,
Were you like taken back when he said that they
I was
lied?
taken aback for him to stop it right away, and then for him to say that and for him to stop it that quickly. I was kind of surprised. I think he already seen the fanware video because he said we never agreed to stick together. He used the same words that Austin St. John used. So I suspect someone must have from his team must have seen it and must have shown him beforehand.
Of course.
So I think I think he didn't want to see it because he's already seen it.
Yes.
That's what I assume.
So if you showed him 2 seconds of the video and he instantly says they lie and he says it was the big lie and then he says, hey, we never had agreement to stick together, even though you didn't show him that would indicate to me he's seen the video and he's answering right off the cuff. Because when you lie, you got to think about that shit, don't you? You got to craft up the lie.
Or he has a lie prepared. The thing is, Henry, if I think Ray Reality brought up a good point, which is I have a lot of disagreements with her, but she brought up a great point that David looks shitty in either way in the situation. Because why is he lying to protect Walter's? He's lying either way by having that video deleted, that footage deleted to protect a relationship. That's also really shitty for him to do. So either he's lying or he's telling the truth and protecting Walter, which is also a shitty thing in my opinion, because you should stand on business. In my that's how I feel, and I know like you should stand on business. If that didn't happen, if they're lying, you stand on business, and that's a huge red flag what he did by having that. If I would have been more inclined to believe him if he stood on business, which would have been obviously to say it on camera and then let me have what I paid for. But because he went to the lengths that he did, huge red flag. And his credibility should be questioned. And I wouldn't trust anything that guy says. Anything that comes out of his mouth, I would question it because he's shown a lack of integrity throughout this entire situation, and he accused me of lying. And I went through great lengths to have that video released to show him and show people that I was telling the truth. So.
And you did, man. And we are forever appreciative because you or that video definitely inspired them to drop the fanware video. So this video right here of this unfortunate interaction with David Yost prompted them to basically respond. Do you think they put this out in response to David's video, or is just coincidence?
Yes, they did in response to my video, and it was kind of shocking. Like, oh, you released the full length 10 months after the preview, all a couple days after I disclosed the recovered footage. Coincidence? No, not a coincidence at all. And then now people are commenting all this kind of. It's crazy how much it's blown up. But
so
people, facts over feelings.
I would think that David was telling the truth, considering they put the video out. And like this video, the analytics for this video is very different because like Strife said, he got a video with 2 million views, only 1,500 comments, and he only gained like no, it was maybe 2,000 comments, 1,500 subs, whereas they gained like, I don't know, like 8,000 or 9,000 subs, and they got this inflated, these 6,100 comments. This is an extreme outlier for Power Ranger fandom. Would you agree with that, or you think it's genuine?
I don't know. typical. Maybe with this drama, maybe this is something that happens typically when something like my video comes out. I don't know, because I'm not really experienced in this YouTube content drama stuff. So you obviously know more than I do.
Oh yeah,
but
it's a huge outlier when you look at their channel and you're just like, well, what's their what's their average views? You like, bro, they're averaging maybe around 1,500 for a regular video, but when you got Austin and Walter, it's gonna do a little bit more. But
Mhm.
3 months ago, 728 views, 1.2K. You got a 78K Walter video. That's good. But without these two together, 3.4K Walter video. But typically the views are not like that grandiose per se. Like, so you look at it, you like, brother, this video, where's my goddamn analytics at? I got like a backdoor analytics thing that shows me like how good stuff's pacing. This video is doing over 100 times better than any other video that they have on their channel. So
Wow.
I'm like, and it's a story that, as we said, has been told plenty of times. But
Jeez, all because of that video. If you released it, if Stripe did the video without my recovered footage, it wouldn't have gone this far, right? You think it would have? Was my recovered footage?
So the recovered footage of David calling them liars prompted them to put this out to kind of like quiet the David Yost video, because quietly, in my opinion, for the fandom, for the people who attend cons, the 3,000 view video that I had with David Yost, not the 20,000 one that Strife made, but the where is it at? It was so bad. It's at 4.7. Now it gained probably 1.5 since Strife released his video, but the 3K views, sorry, right here, is great. This is great. This is great for a Power Ranger video, especially of my type of content, where it's more like talking head, sort of say. But it is what it is. I see we got other people up in here. I see Donald Nevitt. He at work again. We gonna bring you up, Donald. But anything else to add, Brent? Maybe you should start a content channel of your own as opposed to going on others. I keep trying to tell. I told you this for like a year, but you don't listen.
Yeah, that's not something. To do something of quality, I wouldn't be able. I don't think. And to deal with all the others, nah, I'm not something I'm interested. But yeah, I go on other people's channels like Legacy of Nerd. I could say that name.
No free promo. No free promo. No, I don't even think the promo would help that guy. But it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean,
What?
I mean, I go on different channels, and that pirate guy, I know, I could see. I've dealt with the owner. I could see why the tech team left. I'll just put that out there, because I spoke with him over the phone, and he was very uncooperative, and because I was asking him to speak up, because he was one of the guys that was surrounding me, the owner.
It takes, sometimes everyone's not really willing to do the right thing because they don't want to be involved. And they want to maintain relationships, or not potentially sour new relationships.
So that's why the whole tech team left. I could see why they left. I won't say his name. A pirate knows who this person is. He spoke to me about David Yost being a diva at the panel. I think it was a Sunday panel, I believe, or a Saturday night one. Because I left. It was the day after. David Yost had a panel, and obviously I wasn't there because I was on there for one day, and he was that owner was a total diva, a jerk. He hung up on me when I called. I told him I got the recovered footage. He hung up on me. He hung up on me, and Jerk. And
Holy shit.
there's two owners though. Pirate knows this.
Yeah.
There's two owners.
You got the black dude,
So
the white dude. Yeah.
There's the two owners, and I mean, yeah, just coward. And Steve Cardenas is he called security on me at Ranger Stop Atlanta because I questioned him in Philadelphia about Zachary Taylor McGinnis. I saw this very sign in Philadelphia. I asked him, are you still rep by Zachary Taylor McGinnis? And Christy was like, we're not about that drama. I was like, lady, you're lucky. I was like, okay, I'm out of here. And then I Ranger Stop Atlanta. We were talking. All of a sudden, Mr. Tate, Officer Tate, says, "Steve, I'm here because Steve is uncomfortable with your questioning him about Zachary Taylor McGinnis, and if our guests are uncomfortable, it ruins the con business. So you need to stop doing that because if you don't, we might have to ban you." So the issue was Steve Cardenas. It wasn't about Henry Resilient.
Okay.
So
what do you think about?
So much about.
What do you think about Steve Cardenas talking about how he had nothing to do with the money from the order?
It's easy for him to do because he's in the right because he's telling the truth, obviously, and he's not doing anything that's controversial. He's speaking out that he wasn't involved. He had no responsibility, and he knows it. But with Zachary Taylor McGinnis, he knows that he went to JDF's funeral. I don't know if I'm speaking facts. He went to JDF's funeral, right?
Yeah, I believe he spoke at the funeral.
Yeah, he went to JDF's funeral, and he's repped by this guy. When there's plenty of other agents that you could use. I mean, it's just like there's some guilt there. So when I asked him about it, he had to have Christy defend him and shut me up when he couldn't do it himself. So I don't find him very courageous. I mean, this is the same guy who looked at my wallet and told me a specific bill he wanted from my wallet. So I don't know if this is someone that courageous or whatever. Yeah, this post right here. I mean,
yeah. So guys, Zachary Taylor McGinnis posted this. He is the owner operator of Galactic Productions, which looks to be representing Steve Cardenas and Austin St. John. So.
Right, but Austin doesn't pretend to. He didn't attend JDF's funeral. They don't pretend to be friends. Steve, on the other hand, it's just kind of like, what are you? You pretend to be his friend, yet you're rep by this guy. At least Austin had the courage to hear what I had to say about his representation with Zachary Taylor McGinnis. This guy hid behind a security guard who and had to have Christy, Karen's friend, ask volunteers to block the exits. This guy's a freaking coward. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
How dare
Courageous.
you speak to me that way?
I know Jason doesn't have my experience, so he's speaking solely based off of what he saw on Instagram. But I have a personal experience, and I saw him at Ranger Stop Atlanta. He avoided eye contact with me, so he knew who I was.
Oh yeah, of course, man. He watching right now. Steve
Cardenas.
Hit the link, brother. Hit the link.
And not to mention, he made a mistake on a quote and he refused to fix it. But that's just a minor thing. That's just a typical entitled celebrity. I mean, it's just a bad experience. But nothing compares to what David did. I mean,
yeah. Are you set on hating David for life?
I'm not hating, but I won't support him at a con. That's pretty obvious, and people think I'm trying to cancel him. Like, I think someone said, like, "Oh, you say you're not canceling him, but you are just by trying to speak." People make that decision for themselves. If I was trying to cancel him actively, I'd be like, Jannar, you can't support him. Stop. I wouldn't. But no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to make your own decision. Whether you want to support David Yost or not. I'm not going to go to a con, and if I see David's lying, I'm not going to say, don't support him. No, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and people will support him regardless of what I say. So, but people need to know, because there are people who have messaged me saying, I won't support him because of what he did to you. And not because I asked them to, but because they feel compelled to, because they're fellow fans just like me.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. That's Brent Pham giving you his take on David Yost, the Lion situation, Steve Cardenas. He is a traitor, but we allow him on the channel. Okay. All right, thank you, Brent,
All
man.
right, thank
Come
you.
up anytime.
All right, sure. Thank you.
All right, that was Brent, everybody out here trying to give promo to other channels. Crazy.